When me and my family were looking for a new spot to live when we first moved to Menifee, what drew us here was the big houses, the big lots, and the more affordable pricing. In today's video, I'm going to show you one of the last opportunities for one of the best communities in the city of Menifee. All right, we are revisiting Legacy at Braverde by Richmond American Homes in the city of Menifee, where you're going to get huge lots, an opportunity for a next-gen suite, RV garages, super close to one of the best new schools in the whole area. So many shopping options within minutes of this community that it's unbelievable. And you get the opportunity to buy two of the most viral model homes that you've probably seen on social media over the past couple of years. So what we're gonna do today, I'm gonna go ahead and tour the two model homes they've got. They've got 9 homes left in this community. So this is the last chance. All right, so we'll tour the 2 model homes. They've got other floor plans available that I'll show you guys as far as other options of those floor plans. So you don't have to pay the top dollar for those model homes. They have the cheaper homes with not as many upgrades. There's another floor plan available as well that I'll discuss a little bit. We'll hop on a map. I'll show you guys what it's like to live here. We'll talk about the schools, the shopping, medical care, things to do, and just how close everything is and how much of a convenient spot this is with access to pretty much everything you could possibly want. So we'll do that. Talk about a little bit about the incentives too. Richmond American is one of the best builders as far as incentives go. They got stuff as low as 3.75%. All right, so I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit about that later. All right, but the bottom line is we're gonna tour 2 houses. There's lots of different price options for you guys. All right, but if you guys are like me, all right, you guys are watching this, you're thinking like, cool, like I want this big house, I want this big yard, I want this big place, I want more space for my family, but you're scared because a couple things. You're probably, like me, the first person in your family to move out this way, and you feel like you're on an island. All right, your family will come. All right. My brother-in-law is literally driving out here right now. We're playing golf tomorrow. All right, he lives up in LA. He's staying for the whole weekend. So your family's going to come. They're going to love it out here. And some of them are even going to move out here. We've had several members of our family move out here after they come to visit us. All right. But you do get that space. You do get to build that life that you're potentially scared of, right? When we moved out here, we were scared too. It was my wife and I. We had 2 kids. She was pregnant with our 3rd kid. We're from LA. We've lived in LA. We've lived in Orange County. Lived in San Diego, right? So I've lived where a majority of you guys are probably watching, looking to come this way. I've lived there, all right? This is a different pace of life, but it's amazing, all right? We were gonna come here for 2 years and go back to LA or Orange County, and I don't see us going back, all right? We've built an awesome life out here. Like I said, when we came out here, we had no family. We knew nobody. The people here are super friendly. I was joking around with someone the other day. They're buying a house out here, and it's like when you move out here. I lived in LA and lived in the Long Beach area, and you see your neighbors. We lived there for 5 years and barely said hi to the people. And then here, everyone's just so friendly. All different kinds of walks of life. People from all over the country, all over the world, really, living out this way. And there's lots of people who are kind of that common ground where they don't have family out here either. There's so many people who they're in the same boat as you. They want that more space. They want that better life for their family. They want the schools, the more modern schools. They want, the community feel, and that is offered out here. So if you're someone who's hesitant, just know that I was in your shoes about 5 years ago, and we're putting roots down out here now. I don't see us going back. My big plan is to buy land out here and build a compound eventually. All right, so I'm kind of just working my way up to that. All right, so if you're someone who's looking to get a little bit more space, this is a good spot. All right. In today's video, you're going to see if you're someone who is looking for that multi-generational living type thing. You got the Dallas that I'm going to show you here in a little bit. You got the next-gen suite. There's an option there for that too. If you're someone who's living that retired lifestyle, where you got RVs and toys and all that kind of stuff, we got the RV garage in the Pearce model. So there's lots of different options here in this video, in this great community for you guys today. So I'm excited to show you guys that. Anyways, if you like anything you see in today's video, make sure you go ahead and reach out. My phone number is going to be on the screen. I'm also going to have a cute little QR code there. If you want to scan that, it'll auto text me. You don't have to do anything other than put your name there, and I'll get back to you, and we'll have a conversation. All right, we can set up a Zoom, set you guys up to come see some houses, and really get this whole thing rolling for you guys and help you guys find you're somewhere in SoCal. The other thing, this is a show I post every single Saturday at 8 a.m. So if you like the sort of stuff, we're entering new houses, new communities, showing you guys what it's like to live somewhere in SoCal. If you like the stuff, do the stuff, like, subscribe, tap that notification bell. That way you stay up to date on everything going on in this local area. Anyways, we're going to head over to my office and dive into some of these houses. Alrighty, so first up, we are gonna hop into their model home that's available. This one right here is going to be the Dallas. Now, they've got a couple of these available. The one I'm showing you right now in this video is the model home. This one is available, and I'm gonna talk about that in a second. All right, but they've also got this exact same floor plan, which is really like a next-gen style floor plan for as cheap as $800,000. Okay, so $800,000 is kind of like the baseline, the entry level. We could probably negotiate a little bit there. But as far as the model goes, and I guess all of them are the same specs really. So again, this is going to be the Dallas, 3,130 square feet, 4 beds, 3 bathrooms. All right, and the model home that we're going to look at right now is starting at $945,000. All right, so first things first, we'll kind of just look at this one from the street. Just really massive. Look at house from the street. All right, then they obviously got it decorated really nicely here with this little American flag. You got Veterans Park around the way over here, which is the local park by Liberty High School. So I think it's probably a little nod there they did with the American flag out front. Anyway, so this is the model. So this would be the this is the sales office. This would be the garage that goes up in here. So you'll have like a driveway and then the garage doors and all that. But anyways, let's go on and see this one. All right, just nice little porch entryway here. So you got the normal entrance there. You got your next gen suite entrance on this side. Let me see. Yeah, it looks like they're doing some sort of work. Let's see if we can get in here though. Can I get in? There's a will, there's a way. All right, come on in here. Nice entrance. Alrighty, so just very grand as we enter here. So you got the stairs, you got the banister there, everything looking down from the top. You got your formal dining area. Just go this way really quick just to check out. So this is that next gen suite. So like a little living area over here, kitchenette, those cabinets, the little mini fridge below. You got that sink. All right, there's that entrance that we saw a second ago. And as you go back in here, you got your next gen bedroom, those sliding closet doors, window looking out to the front. And then you've got your bathroom here. So you got your sink, your mirror toilet, you got your shower there. And then you do have the in-unit washer and dryer stackable here. All right, so definitely, you know, you got the ability to have, whether this is rental income or in-law suite or something like that, with that separate entrance here. So really nice feel here. Anyways, let's go check out the rest of the house. So we do have this little powder room, half bathroom, right as you enter here. Loving that countertop, the textured wallpaper there. Really nice feel. All right, then we've got our formal dining area off to the side over here. This feels almost like one of those, I don't know if you guys follow houses or home tours in Texas, but this feels like one of those big old Texas houses. Flow on back here to the great room, kind of show you a little bit of everything. Nice pan. All right, so a really big living room. You guys can just see how big the furniture is. You see, one of the little hacks they do is they got like double coffee tables to make it look more grand and big. And then I always point out the rugs just to kind of emphasize the space, but really nice feel here in this living room. Flow on into the kitchen. Got a ginormous island. You got those pendant lights hanging down below. The big farmhouse sink. Love those countertops too. Cabinets galore, then you got that extended backsplash there with that tile. Looks really nice. The hood up top. Go around the corner over here. All right, I almost want to say like a butler's pantry type thing, but you got more cabinets and countertop space over here. Drawers, that's your garage access. And then you've got a really good sized walk-in pantry back here. This thing's humongous. So lots of space back here. All right, and then you got this little like coat closet right here, kind of just off of that garage entrance. Check out the rest of the kitchen over here. So you've got the schmancy microwave, the oven, good sized fridge, and then this is kind of just extended cabinets and counter space. I believe it normally cuts off like probably right here, so that's kind of an addition to go that way. But lots of space there. And then once again, you still got that extended backsplash even on this side over here. And we got our dining area. And we'll just go out here and kind of show you guys the backyard. All right. Some of these lots are bigger than others. All right. Now these ones do have a large footprint, with this house being, you know, over 3,000 square feet. So not necessarily the biggest backyards on some of these, but some of them are, you know, north of 7,500 square feet on the lot. So they do come as a blank canvas. You get to do whatever you want with it. All right, but just give you guys some inspiration there. All right, we'll head upstairs now. Just first, let's check out this little door. All right, so we got our movie theater. All right, so our understairs storage here. Anyone's thirsty, come on by. Anyways, alrighty. So as I head upstairs, I do what I always do and let you guys know that if you like anything you see, make sure you go ahead and reach out. Whether you come out today, tomorrow, next week, next month, whenever. I would love to be a local guy to the area. So my phone number's on the screen. Call, text, email, whatever, and I'd love to help you guys out. So anyways, we've reached the top of the stairs now, and it's kind of just that look from above going down there. And then we got a little loft area right here. Not the biggest fan of the way they set this one up. It's kind of like a little workstation type thing. I feel like they could have done a better job with that part, but hey, whatever. I do like those mirrors there, and I love the windows up top. Just kind of looking out in the distance, and you get some cool views out there. It's probably hard to appreciate from the camera. You got some cool mountain views though, way off in the distance. Anywho, all right, let's get walking here. All right, so off of the loft area, we're gonna have our laundry room. All right, and then guys, there will be doors here typically. I don't know if the laundry room will have the door, but the bedrooms will for sure. All right, so you got laundry room, you got the utility sink, you got those hanging cabinets up top. Obviously, washer dryer hookup. And you got the tiled flooring there. Is that the master? I feel like I missed something. Okay, I did miss stuff. We'll go this way. All right, so over here we're gonna have bedroom number 1 that is not part of the next gen. All right, so this is basically bedroom number 1. Decent sized room. Richmond American does a pretty good job with the size of their secondary rooms. All right, this one might feel a little bit tight on camera because of how bulky this furniture is. And this bed's not the biggest, but that bookshelf thing kind of eats up a lot of space here. Okay, but we do kind of have like a Jack and Jill bathroom going on here. So this will be bathroom number 2, I guess, or that powder room downstairs. Depending how you count these things. For the regular house is bathroom 2 or 1.5. You got the 2 sinks there. Pretty good amount of space in here. Got the shower tub combo, the toilet, all that good stuff. Once again, you get that tile throughout here. And then boom, bedroom number 2. This one feels really wide. The closet door is there. The window looking out to the back. So yeah, got the little Jack and Jill setup there. So it was kind of confusing for a second. I haven't been here in a few months, so. All right, now we'll go back. All right, so outside of the laundry room, you do have this like linen closet storage area right here. The little double doors there. And then we've got, boom, our master bedroom. All right, really good sized master suite back here. I love when they have the symmetry of having those windows on each side of kind of where the headboard would go, like the way they decorated it here. And you guys could just pay attention to obviously this is a big bed, you got the big dressers on each side, and there's still room on each side of those dressers there. So then you got this big window looking out to the backyard. Just a really good sized retreat back here. Going over here, we'll dive into the master bathroom. So you got the soaking tub, you got that walk-in shower there with that bench or that ledge. Same deal, you got the countertop matching what's down in the kitchen below. Giant mirror. Right here we've got like another little linen closet. Bathroom. We got our throne area right there. And then we've got our walk-in closet. And this is a doozy. This thing's humongous. All right, so I'm gonna go on this end. All right, Boom, you guys are basically at the rack there. I mean, like we're way down here. So this is a massive walk-in closet. So anyways, that wraps this one up. All right, so the next and final house that we're gonna see today is called the Pearce. Now this one's super cool. This one's got a cool little porch, like front covered porch patio type thing. But the real seller on this one is gonna be the RV garage. So just like the Dallas that we just saw, the Pearce, you got the model available as well, and this garage is like a double. It's different. Some of these other ones that are out in the community, you're gonna see like they don't necessarily have like the dual entry to the garage. This one's gonna have the extended RV garage. It's the model home, but there are also some other ones available. So as far as the Pearce goes, we're looking at 3,020 square feet, 4 beds, 3 baths. You got that giant RV garage plus the regular 2-car garage as well. They got this one starting as low as $815,000, but if you wanted the model, we're looking at $1,008,000. All right, so we got a nice, really nice feel here, and obviously I pointed out that garage before, so you got the RV garage, the traditional garage, but let's walk up on in and see this thing. So we come on up, get this nice little porch patio overhang type thing. You can kind of just chill out front and kind of just look across the street. Obviously there will be houses there. This is just the model section. It's the last street to get built out, but kind of just chill here and enjoy nature. Let's go on in and see this thing. All right, so right as you walk in here, let's kind of just give you a feel for what we've got. The stairs there. Right here, we're gonna have our little movie theater. And immediately as you enter the house, all right, so you got a little storage area that wraps underneath the stairs. All right, we'll save upstairs for last. All right, got a nice little entry right here. We'll turn off to the right. So you got this little cabinet, little entryway type thing here. We're gonna have a little coat closet right here. And what I'm excited to show you guys, which I didn't get to show you last time I was here, is the actual garage. All right, so this is kind of set up as the sales office for Dallas and storage. All right, but this is the traditional side of the garage here. All right, just a normal spot of it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the RV garage. So there's that big RV garage door, and it just kind of extends all the way back there. So there's lots of space in here. I'll show you guys that. That was exciting, huh? Anyways, we'll walk further on back here. All right, before we get to the great room, we're gonna turn left, and we've got bedroom number 1. All right, so bedroom number 1, right at the front of the house. This kind of leads out to that porch that we kind of walked up on. All right, you got some nice windows there on each side of the headboard, window out to the front. All right, not your traditional setup to where you can have like a for sure spot to put a TV. All right, but this is a nice kind of guest room type thing at the front of the house. All right, and then we've got right here bathroom number 1. So you got the walk-in shower there with a kind of that tile upgrade in there, the black trim. I like that. Really cool. Toilet, all the normal stuff. And then right here we've got kind of just a little storage closet. Something to just, I'm just kind of thinking about out loud here. You could probably maybe put some sort of door here if you really wanted to make this kind of like its own little like separate suite. Now there's not a separate entrance per se, but just, I don't know. But then I guess there's no downstairs bathroom for your guests. I don't know, just food for thought. Anyways, here we are in the great room. This is a nice pan for you guys. Kitchen, dining room, living room. All right, let's start with this living room. So kind of off to the side over here, really wide open space kind of in this whole downstairs area. So you do have the upgrade there with that fireplace. But I'm just really loving the windows and kind of the nature feel here with the different trees right outside the windows, and feels kind of shaded and cool. Big window looking out to the backyard. All right, then over here, we're gonna have our kitchen. All right, pretty good sized island there. Something. Chairs weren't lined up. My OCD. All right, those pendant lights hanging. Sit around the island here. You got everything, your sink. Once again, you got that extended backsplash over here. It's a really nice feel to this house. I like it a lot. Then they got the double ovens here, the little Wi-Fi connected double ovens. That's pretty cool. And here we're gonna have our pantry. Oh, pretty good sized pantry. They're not as big as the first house we saw, but still definitely a lot of space here in this pantry. Fridge set up, tons, tons of cabinets. All right, and then once again, they got that upgrade there with the backsplash, extended backsplash all the way throughout, and extended cabinets and all that good stuff. Did a really nice job on this house. All right, and then we got our kind of designated dining area right here. It's just a really nice flow to this whole area downstairs. It's a nice open concept, lots of space for entertaining or kind of really whatever you want to do. All right, and then what we've also got here, yeah, these guys don't open. Anyways, you do have this extended covered patio out here. So normally I believe it just kind of, you guys can probably see the little crack right there. That's probably normally just goes to one of those things, but they got the double extended patio here. They got the fans outside. All right, just kind of give you a little taste. You got the built-in barbecue on this one. Anywho, let's go on upstairs now. Show you guys what's going on. Just to remind you guys, as I'm walking upstairs, all right, if you like this sort of stuff, we're touring new houses, new communities, show you guys what it's like to live somewhere in SoCal. If you like the stuff, do the stuff, like, subscribe, tap that notification bell. That way you stay up to date on everything going on in this local area. Anyways, as I'm walking up here, you guys can see the nice banisters, the railings, all that good stuff. All right, right at the top up here, we kind of like a dual-sided loft type thing. All right, so over here we got our traditional loft setup here. Little cozy feel to it. Almost feels like a smaller hotel room suite type thing. Good furniture there. All right, and then you got this kind of like an empty closet type thing off of the loft. You can do whatever you want there. But as we walk around the bend over here, I really kind of like this way they got this set up as like a workstation. This is cool, like for maybe you got kids doing homework or something like that, or homeschool kids, kind of doing these built-in shelves to, you know, make this a workstation. Or I always describe some of these areas as like the Etsy station of, you know, someone's got to stay at home Etsy business or something like that. And just walk on over here. All right, and we've got bedroom number 2. All right, once again, these guys do a really good job with these huge secondary bedrooms. And as you'll see in a second, there's a huge walk-in closet off of this room. So really good sized room here, and we'll go into this closet. So it's basically got like its own walk-in closet for a secondary bedroom. So like I can pretty much like do my full my full spin test in the secondary closet, which is rare, right? But this, yeah, this is a really nice kind of feel to this room. All right, so before we get to the next bedroom, we've got another bathroom here. So these 2 rooms, so there's gonna be another bedroom we'll show you in a second, but these 2 rooms here are kind of gonna share this bathroom. So you got the 2 sinks, nice big mirror there. You got your shower tub combo, toilet, and you got like a little linen storage closet thing here in the bathroom. So we'll go on and check out this bedroom next. This is bedroom number 3. Once again, really good sized room. You can see the space on the sides of the dressers and the nightstands there. I kind of like the wallpaper they did there. That's kind of cool. But yeah, pretty good sized room here. All right. Now this is where it gets a little bit trippy, guys, because I'm just going to show you. Some people like this, some people hate it. So we're going to go to the master in a second. But first, I'm going to get to this laundry room. All right, so we got the laundry room here, basically at the top of the stairs, kind of off the loft, which is cool because you got those 2 bedrooms right here. They can come in here and drop their laundry off. All right, so you got the laundry, you got the hanging shelves, kind of like this, almost like a pantry for clothes and towels and all that kind of stuff. So that's really cool. But what's a little bit different, I'm not gonna do too much, all right, but this is the walk-in closet for the master bedroom. So there will be a door here, all right, but this is a little bit unique in that, you know, mom and dad can just whoop, drop their clothes off right here. So anyways, we'll get to that in a second. So let me just go to the traditional way, walk on in here, and boom. We are at this massive master bedroom. All right, guys, this is like, I'm gonna show you like, whoo, so much space here at the foot of the bed. This is humongous. Really, it's like that Will Smith or whatever, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air meme, the guy just standing in the house with nothing. There's so much space in this room. All right, so I'll point out again just the symmetry there with the windows on each side of the headboard. You got that big window looking out there, so lots of really good natural light. But yeah, this thing is massive. Walk on further back here. All right, into our master bathroom. All right, so you've got the his and her sinks, all that cool stuff, big old mirror. And then you've got this doozy of a shower in here. All right, now people always ask, this is not a standard shower. This would be an upgrade. All right, so maybe it's already built out in the house you want, maybe it's not, but it's a nice little feel here. You got the rainfall shower there, your traditional faucet over there. You got this kind of ledge, the bench, everything. So really nice shower. All right, then back over here, you're gonna have your throne area off of that. And then once again, you will have doors here. They just don't have them for the model. And then we've got our little storage linen closet right here. Oopsies. And then boom. Now I am in that master. Now I'm in that walk-in closet I told you guys about. So lots of space to hang things in here. Just really good space. I'll kind of just show you guys here. Whoopsies. All right, so I'm at the edge here, like I'm not even halfway, so there's tons of space in here. All right, but then you do have that access to that laundry room right here. So there will be a door here. Like I said, some people like it, some people don't. To each to each his own. Anyways. All right, guys. So next up, we're gonna do what I always do. I'm gonna hop on the map and show you guys what it's like to actually live here. We'll go over school, shopping, medical care, things to do, all that sort of stuff. All right, but first, just want to remind you guys that if you're someone who needs to sell a house in order to buy a house, I can help you out there too. I've got actually I was actually down in Orange County today doing a walkthrough for an awesome pool house that I'm hopefully going to be bringing to the market here soon once we lock up their next home out here this way. So if you're someone who needs, like I said, needs to sell a house in order to buy a house, let me know. I'll give you some numbers. If you want to use me to sell your house, cool. If not, no big deal. At least you got some numbers in your back pocket. So anyways, let's go ahead and dive into the computer and show you some stuff. All right, so let's start off by basically just showing you guys some of the incentives that they've got in this neighborhood right now. They got the Red Ribbon Savings Event. So if you're watching this live as I'm posting this, when there's 9 homes left, these are deals that are basically available through the end of the year if you're looking to move quickly. All right, but they got the Red Ribbon Sales Event here. You got closing cost assistance, rate buy downs, or you can discount the purchase price up to 2% of the home. I personally don't recommend that one. All right, but you can use the things however you want. But basically, you got this 5-1 ARM, so 3.75% rate there, 3.99% for FHA, 4.5. So there's all kinds of different options that the builder is offering here, which are going to be awesome for you guys. So those are some things to take advantage of potentially. All right, but I also wanted to just show you kind of what's available in this community because I'm only showing you guys those 2 floor plans today. So you've got the Presley, which I have video of it, but nothing super sexy because it's not modeled, but the Dallas, the Pearce, bunch of Pearces, bunch of Dallases, and they got that one Presley. So the community's, it really is closeout time basically. So these are the homes that are available. So as low as $756 basically for the Presley, then all the way up to these model homes that are just a little bit north of $1 million. So you can kind of see the pricing there. But anyways, let's hop on the map now and kind of show you what we're working with. All right, so where the heck are we? All right, we are in the city of Menifee. Actually, a really cool spot right here. You got basically off the 215 and Scott. You take this road up and kind of turn there. All right, but we'll zoom in here and kind of just show you this community. This is one of my favorite communities just because of the size of the lots. There's big backyards. The houses are obviously very grand as you go through it. And then you got this Veterans Park right there, and then Liberty High School, which is one of the top high schools in the area where a lot of people want to go. So awesome track here. Something to keep in mind. Yes, I'm showing you Legacy today. These are like bigger homes, but they had several communities in here, and there's actually lots of different opportunities for resale homes too. So if you're someone who's looking for like a single-story home, they got some awesome single-story floor plans available like for resale right now. So not directly through the builder, but someone's lived in them for a few years and they're moving on, got their equity, and they're moving on out. So awesome community here, and then kind of on the outskirts here, there's lots of like ranchy homes around here. So you got like over here, you got like horses and cows and all kinds of stuff from these bigger properties that are kind of on the outskirts here. So super cool feel to this. Anyways, let's talk a little bit about the schools. All right, so we're gonna be zoned to Sally Boo Selt Elementary School. It's one of the newer schools in the area. A whopping 4-minute drive here. Bell Mountain Middle School a 7-minute drive there. So that's a little bit further, but still not too far. And then Liberty High School, which is basically in the community here. All right. 4 minutes basically there, depending which way, which way you take there. So you got Liberty High School there. Like I mentioned, this is one of the newer schools, awesome academic track, great sports facilities. I will do Santa Rosa Academy. This is a lottery system charter school that is in the area. 10-minute drive there. This is a school that, like I said, it's where they wear uniforms, lottery system. It's K through 12. Harder to get into, but if you're entering in kindergarten, sixth grade, or freshman year of high school, I hear those are the easiest years to get into it. As far as junior college goes, we got Mount San Jacinto College, which is a 9-minute drive for anyone who needs the JC route. And then I will plug in Cal State San Marcos as a 4-year school here. Some people have been asking for 4 years recently, so about 45 minutes to an hour down there, just kind of depending on traffic. So you kind of just go through the mountains down here, and whoop, you're at Cal State San Marcos. All right. As far as, let's do medical care next. I was in Menifee Global, but no, let's go Kaiser first because I think so. There's a Kaiser facility here in Murrieta. It's about a 10-minute drive. Urgent care, pharmacy, medical offices, all that sort of stuff. And then if you need emergency rooms, right, they got Loma Linda, which is right next to that. All right, so Loma Linda is about 1 minute further south there. So you got some pretty good hospital, medical care type stuff within basically a 10-minute drive of this community right here. Schools, medical care. I guess next up we'll do shopping. All right, a couple different options here. So I'm just going to go and show you down Scott Road right here. There's a shopping center over here where you're going to have like Albertsons. Let me just put Albertsons to show you distance-wise. Is that the right one? Yeah. So about a 10-minute drive to this shopping center here where you see you got Albertsons, Jack in the Box. There's a JJ's Sushi right here. Yeah, they got good little lunch specials. I used to go there a lot. So 7-Eleven gas station, Jack in the Box, Carl's Jr. So kind of a mini-ish shopping center. You got your Albertsons, Del Taco, kind of the close shopping center there. I want to show you another one too. I'm kind of just freeballing and going to tell you. There's up in Winchester, Stater Brothers, Winchester on Benton. Let's see how far this one is. 13 minutes. So this is another option, actually, if you go straight down Leon Road. All right. There's other options here in Winchester. You got the shopping center here. Another one, I was actually in the shopping center today. My kids sat there back to school or parent-teacher conference and went and got some Starbucks. And then I went and got, there's a cool, this right, the blend smoothies are pretty good. All right, anyways, so you got a shopping center here, which is 13 minutes away, but offers a little bit more. There's some restaurants and stuff in here as well. El Burrito Taco Shop, Farmer Boys, Denny's, Popeyes. There's a brand new Taco Bell there as well. You got CVS, Stater Brothers. So there's a Pizza Factory. Oh, guys, Pizza Factory is a cool little spot. Like if your kids play, if you have kids in the play sports, they're gonna do like Pizza Factory parties and stuff like that for their team parties. So there's this shopping center here. And then there's another one right up here where this EOS Fitness is. All right. And that is about an 11-minute drive, all right, from this community here in Menifee. You got grocery outlet. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of that, but you got McDonald's, Quick Quack Car Wash, Panera, Chipotle. There's an El Pollo Loco, like I said, McDonald's, and then EOS Fitness. This is the gym I go to. So if you guys move into the area and you go to the gym, I'll see you guys there 5:30 in the morning if you're on that early bird schedule like me. All right, so that's kind of like the, I guess, close local shopping, but you're still really close to the big shopping center in Menifee. So if I do the four corners for that Target, all right, this shopping center, once again, about 10 minutes away to this one, all right, where you're going to have the Target, you're going to have Lowe's, dozens of different fast food options and restaurants, In-N-Out, BJ's, Red Robin's, Chipotle, cool sandwich shop called Ike's. You got Crumble Cookies, Buffalo Wild Wings. There's a sushi spot in here. You go further down this road, you got, Starbucks. There's a poke place, Dave's Hot Chicken. Further down, you got Olive Garden. You got Luna Grill. I think there's Fishbone. There's a spot right here called Tacos and Tequila. It's like an Instagram-y Mexican spot, which is super cool. And then, this top left corner up here, you're gonna have Chick-fil-A, Texas Roadhouse, Five Guys, Jersey Mike's, Flame Broiler. The bottom right over here, you're going to have Savage Chef, the best restaurant in Menifee, award-winning chefs. You got Michi Tacos, which is kind of a cool little like Instagram-y taco place. You got Ralph's, Jack in the Box, so different options there. And on the top right quadrant here, you're going to have Raisin Cane's. You'll have an all-you-can-eat sushi spot, and sort of my favorite sushi spot in the area there. It's called Sapporo. You got Jamba Juice. You got I think it's a Blaze Pizza, Apology, Waba Grill. So this is kind of like the main hub of Menifee right here, and you got decent freeway access along that. All right. Then the other thing, we got good access to Costco as well. So this community is prime for everything that's needed. And I know there's lots of people that are like worried out there, like, oh, I'm gonna move to the middle of nowhere. Guys, there's stuff. There's stuff, and your family will come. All right. When I moved out here, my family, we were worried about that too. We came here absolutely alone, and we got I mean, I got my brother-in-law is coming out tonight. We're playing golf tomorrow morning on a Friday. All right. So we're people come out and visit, and they stay for the weekend when they do come. All right. So anyways, we're about a little bit less than 15 minutes away from the main shopping center down there in Murrieta, where we got Costco and a lot of the other things that I mentioned before with, Raising Cane's and Chick-fil-A. And they do have a Farmer Boys, though. I'm a big fan of Farmer Boys. They got that there. Blaze Pizza, Aldi. So this shopping center with Costco is about 14 minutes away. And there's another one with a Sam's Club, if you're more of a Sam's person, which is going to be a little bit further south. All right, 18 minutes south. This is a nice little shopping center. You got Sam's and Trader Joe's. They got the hat. If you guys like pastrami, the hat, oof, real nice. Love the hat. Make it there about, I don't know, I would like to say once a month, but that's a lie. Probably once every 2 months. But I love the hat when I'm driving by there. So that's kind of the main stuff as far as like local shopping. As far as malls go, we got Promenade Temecula, which is like the main mall in the area. About 20 minutes away from this community. This is the traditional mall you think of when you think of, hey, I'm gonna go to the mall. All right, you got the department stores, the food court, the restaurants, the movie theater. They got a round one bowling alley and arcade. They also have a Costco here as well. So you got 2 Costcos within 20 minutes, basically. So yeah, the Apple Store, Lululemon, Coach, all the stuff is here. Another Trader Joe's, you got Winco. So yeah, lots of different options close by. And then I will do Old Town Temecula to show you that. Old Town Temecula, a little bit further south. These are like the mom and pop eateries, and the nightlife that you're looking for potentially is going to be in Temecula down there. But awesome restaurants, kind of really vibey down there. Kind of park and walk and do the whole deal for the nightlife stuff down there. And then I will do Wine Country. Let's put Fazeli. I'll do Wilson Creek, because that's the most popular one, I think. Wilson Creek's about a 20-minute drive. So from this community, guys, you're 20 minutes from Wine Country. There's tons and tons of wineries down there. All right, but that's kind of what gives you a little bit of a taste of everything that's, within a decent driving distance. So if you're someone who's thinking, man, I'm gonna move to the middle of nowhere, like, guys, there's lots of stuff to do, right? There's way more than you can think of, and I'm not even touching everything in this video. You see all the lakes, there's golf courses, hiking trails. So depending what you like, reach out, let me know. I'll kind of give you the scoop on where you need to go based on what your interests are. All right. Next up, we'll wrap this up with commute times for airports and stuff like that. All right, well, San Diego Airport. I just do these as points of reference. So about an hour and 15 minutes from the San Diego Airport. Once again, these are points of reference. I have people who are in the military who commute now, and they want to know commute times, right? There's lots of people who need to commute maybe 1 or 2 days a week to wherever they're going. So these are just points of reference. Maybe you'll never, ever, ever fly out of San Diego, but you're about an hour and 15 minutes from the airport there. John Wayne in Irvine, looking at an hour and 10 there. So kind of really in the middle of those 2 spots. Ontario is probably the easiest in and out airport as far as like security lines, traffic, that sort of thing. A little bit less than an hour there. Palm Springs Airport, we're looking at an hour and 15-ish minutes. So once again, you're probably never going to fly out of Palm Springs, but you got the casinos, the golf courses, the resorts, that sort of stuff, about an hour and 15 minutes away. Then you got LAX, which is going to be an hour and 45 away. All right, if you want to get over to LAX. So there's that. Let's do Disneyland. We're looking about an hour and 15-ish minutes to get there. And then we'll do beaches. We've got La Jolla Shores Beach. Super vibey spot for whether you want to go eat on the beach, somewhere cool little beach town there, or go on the water, right? Hour, 15-ish minutes to get there. We got the Oceanside Pier next. Oceanside Pier, we're looking about an hour to get over there. Dana Point Harbor, hour and that's a weird route to get there. It's the first time I've seen that route. Kind of taking the long way. So about an hour and 23 minutes to get there. And then let's do Huntington Beach Pier, hour and a half to get there. All right, truthfully, I am doing this a little bit, I'm filming this at like 6:30 at night. So Might take a little bit longer, truthfully, about an hour and a half-ish from the Huntington Beach Pier. All right, so that's gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. We went and toured 2 of the model homes that they've got available there over at Legacy at Braverde, the city of Menifee. 2 model homes, guys. I've toured these multiple times. The models are actually available. Plus, if you don't want to spend, the extra for everything that comes with the models, they do have the other floor plans or other versions of that floor plan available as well, without all those upgrades. So was able to hop in those and show you guys those floor plans that are available, and kind of just showed you guys what's around the community, went over some of the incentives and all that sort of stuff. As I mentioned, if you like any of these, so you want to go and see some of these things, let me know. My phone number is going to be on the screen right now. You can give me a call, shoot me a text. You can schedule a Zoom. I actually just got off a Zoom with some of you guys right now, people that are looking to buy for the first time, a young family looking to get more space and kind of go from that townhome living to a single family home. So if you're someone in that situation, if you want to move out to the IE for a better lifestyle for you and your family, or maybe it's a multi-generational situation where you want that Dallas house and you want to fit more people, or maybe an investment strategy there with that next gen suite. All right, there's lots of different things that this community offers. So if you want to come out, like I said, go ahead and reach out. I'd be happy to be your local guide in the area. The other thing, this is a show I post every single Saturday at 8 a.m. So if you'd like the sort of stuff from bringing new houses, new communities, showing you what it's like to live somewhere in SoCal. If you like the stuff, do the stuff, like, subscribe, tap that notification bell. That way you stay up to date on everything going on in this local area. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. YouTube is gonna put a video over this shoulder. If you like this video, you're probably gonna like that one, and I'll see you in there.